Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Today could be a panic day. So much news in the last 12 hours, it's honestly hard to keep up and cover it all. This coming from Ben Armstrong here on Twitter. If Bitcoin holds 15,000 in the midst of the DCG Genesis Silvergate debacle on top of unemployment going the wrong way from the ADP, chances the bottom is in dramatically goes up. So we've just got some news, guys. Genesis and Silvergate, they have both reported losses. Crypto market, though, holding up fairly well still. So the market cap at $812 billion. We've got dominance for Bitcoin down a little bit, 39.7%. Overall, though, guys, just take a look at this. In the last 24 hours, we haven't really seen large fluctuations to the downside despite the negative news. So Bitcoin down 0.5%. We got Ethereum down 0.85%. Binance Coin is down 0.4%. We got XRP down 2.01%. And other than a few other coins here, I mean, market relatively stable. I mean, TRX down 7.43%. There's a reason for that, which we will get to in a second. Total market cap still holding on here. So as of the time of this recording and as per TradingView, market cap is at $771.85 billion. And, you can see that here, that level still touching where we were back in hitting this support level, where we were back in at the end of 2017 at the height of the bull run back then. So support is forming on old resistance, and it really isn't breaking. Ben Armstrong bringing up an interesting point, right? If Bitcoin can maintain that level, the chances that the bottom is in goes up dramatically because we aren't seeing lower lows despite this negative news, right? This onslaught of negative news. And therefore, maybe, and this is not financial advice, but maybe it is in fact a good time to deploy some more capital into the market, if not the rest of your capital. Again, guys, not financial advice, and I'm letting you know I'm not buying at this moment in time. I have already made some purchases and not entirely sure if I'm going to be buying any more crypto, at least not at this moment. I mean, my bags have been packed for a while. I've just been taking, some opportunities over the last, we'll call it 6 months to ladder in. And, for example, I bought some HBAR last month. Also over the summer, decided to invest in my retirement savings fund in a product that's attached to Bitcoin. So I've already kind of taken this opportunity. What happened to Silvergate, though? Peter Schiff here, another shoe has dropped as shares of crypto bank Silvergate Capital plunge over 46% to a 52-week low below $12 per share. That's a 95 collapse from its 2001 high. The company will slash its workforce to mitigate losses. More shoes will drop as crypto proves to be a centipede. We know Peter Schiff, negative on crypto overall. We've also got DJ Peter Vass talking about this Silvergate story. So bye-bye Silvergate. What do we got here? Two cryptocurrency-related companies have announced significant job cuts as the effects of both the collapse of FTX and the broader macroeconomic outlook continue to hit the industry particularly hard. So we're seeing this narrative continue. They're really just trying to hammer us as much as they possibly can, shake us out of all the good crypto assets so that the big guys, the big players, the powers that be can gobble them all up. Well, if you're still here, you're likely still holding strong, and that's the attitude to have. Leading the list today was an announcement from the New York Stock Exchange listed cryptocurrency banking platform Silvergate. The company said that they were laying off 40% of their workforce in order to account for the economic realities facing the business and industry today. The announcement was made alongside a financial update from the company, which said that its deposits from asset customers declined to $3.8 billion at the time of the fourth quarter. The average daily trading volume on the Silvergate exchange platform totaled $1.3 billion, up from $1.2 billion in the previous quarter. Down here it says those figures do not necessarily look bad, but deposits did drop $7.3 billion in the quarter. I mean, investors obviously scared, shook. Don't want to get into this market, and this is having a negative effect on Silvergate now. In response to the rapid changes in the digital asset industry during the fourth quarter, we took commensurate steps to ensure that we are maintaining cash liquidity in order to satisfy potential deposit outflows, and we currently maintain a cash position in excess in our digital asset-related deposits. This coming from the CEO, Alan Lane. But, they have to mitigate the losses somehow, and so they are laying people off. Down here it says on the positive side, both Silvergate and Genesis are still trading for now. which can't be said for other companies. The first crypto-related company possibly to close in 23 is payment infrastructure firm Wire Payments, which I reported on in yesterday's video. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys didn't catch yesterday's video, which is reportedly ceasing operations at the end of the month. Given the ongoing market turmoil, others will follow in the days and months ahead. So guys, the contagion still hasn't stopped. A lot of crypto players in this rally, I feel like it's almost like, I don't know what it is. I feel like this time around there was more damage done than, even around here, around the 2017 bull market, when we saw that decline in 2018. I guess there are so many more people developing in the space in 2020, 2021, 2022. And then as soon as we got hit with this, these guys just didn't know how to handle their business. And so many of them grew very quickly, but also went under, went bankrupt, lost money just as quickly. So, I felt like this was a bad bear market. Maybe it was because it was my first one. But, we're seeing a lot of contagion affect the space. Big companies now going under, trying to find ways to mitigate this. But, it's looking like it's not happening. Luckily, though, Bitcoin is still holding that level of support as per Ben Armstrong. So the other piece of news here that we have is this. Garlem has posted this. Huobi has just shut down. So the Huobi exchange, doubts mount over Huobi's future as harsh layoff rumors are denied, canceled bonuses, pay disputes, massive layoffs, and a communication blackout has been claimed as part of the ongoings at this particular crypto exchange. So speculation on Twitter that the crypto exchange Huobi has laid off staff has shuttered internal communications and prompted the community to advise users to withdraw their funds, despite an advisor to the exchange denying the rumors. So in a January 5th tweet, Huobi advisor Justin Sun. Now, remember I was mentioning Tron was down quite a bit. Of course, this news directly does have a correlation with Justin Sun, and so probably the perception there of the Tron token, people selling off. So he addressed rumors of purported insolvency, saying the business development of the exchange was good, and the security of users' assets will always be fully protected. So trying to, quell the fears of some investors here, Sun also seemingly brushed off speculation around disgruntled staff, saying Huobi will fully respect the legal demands of local employees. Earlier on January the 3rd, crypto journalist Colin Wu reported that Sun changed Huobi employee salaries from being paid in fiat to being paid in either Tether or USDC. Wu claimed the staff who disagreed with the change could be laid off. So sounds like turmoil happening over there at Huobi. There is no concrete evidence that the exchange is closing down, but everybody's just kind of in caution mode right now, especially considering how the staff, how employees have been now treated, and how their pay has been changed from fiat currency to Tether or USDC coin. Things that make you go, So obviously not good for the crypto market, not good for the optics of the crypto market, and we can see why investors are spooked. But guys, we've always got to pay attention to the bigwigs. What are they doing? What's going on? Michael Branch bringing this to our attention. So BlackRock has now added more Bitcoin to their global allocation fund. And yeah, BlackRock, one of the biggies, they're now providing Bitcoin exposure to the ordinary and passive investors of its global allocation fund. Globally renowned asset manager BlackRock has added Bitcoin to its global allocation fund. Reports state that ordinary and passive investors can now gain BTC exposure via the BlackRock Global Allocation Fund. The highly coveted fund invests globally in both corporate and government-issued equity, debt, and short-term securities. BlackRock's Global Allocation Fund executes these investments without any prescribed limits. In addition, the fund looks to invest no less than 70% of its total assets in the securities of corporate and government issuers. So this particular fund presently manages roughly $15 trillion in assets, and the addition of Bitcoin should see these numbers swell even further. Furthermore, this BTC development should also see white-collared individuals such as nurses and teachers buy Bitcoin alongside other equities and assets. I don't know if those would be considered white-collared individuals. Nevertheless, that's fine. The fund is usually recommended to white-collar professionals that want to invest savings but lack time to track the market. I guess the bigger point here, BlackRock allowing more investors to enter this fund, and so we're seeing it grow despite the market downturn. Well, of course, these guys are going to buy low and eventually sell high. This is what they do best. Doom and gloom, the sky is falling, market is turning over on itself. Meanwhile, these big investment funds like BlackRock are gobbling up more Bitcoin for their bottom line. So I wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Also saw this, guys, from the Bifrost wallet. Now, If you're delegating SGB tokens, you are likely using Bifrost. It's one of the more popular options here. Well, they've just partnered with Unstoppable Domains, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with Unstoppable. They came out a couple of years ago now, providing you domain names on the blockchain. So domain names that cannot be controlled by a third party. I do have an affiliate link for Unstoppable Domains in the description of my video. So they're now partnering with the Flare Networks guys to support Unstoppable Web3 domains ahead of the FLR token distribution this coming January the 9th. So just thought that was an interesting piece of news, considering the XRP community, also a community that is interested by and large in the Flare token. Of course, a lot of us did set up our XRP to participate in that snapshot back in December of 2020. And so we are going to be receiving our FLR tokens. And now there is a partnership with Unstoppable Domains, putting your domain name on the blockchain. So guys, again, I do have an affiliate link for that if you're interested. Charles Gasparino here. I mean, there's been some controversy within the XRP community about his intentions now. And I didn't actually think this was going to be as big of a story as it is turning out to be. But the bickering back and forth on Twitter continues. I'm not retracting anything he says. I'm reporting what the SEC says is it's rational for bringing the Ripple case. My advice, grow up and learn that at least on my Twitter feed, you don't get confirmation bias. So Charles Gasparino standing by what he originally stated. The XRP community has, though, come out and suggested that Charles should be doing more research and not just kind of reporting on the facts that have been told to him and taking those facts at face value. When we do our research, we can find, little nuggets of information that, might sway the story a little bit or at least get you thinking about a different perspective on said story. And so Charles, he's standing by his position here. Meanwhile, he has been in a dialogue on Twitter with Mr. Hubert on Twitter. And so, the dialogue has been going on. Lubin will give Charles Gasparino a Ledger Nano as a little giveaway. And then Gasparino will interview him about how consensus builds the world digital trust layer. That was in response to this American Summers tweet here. Prediction: Charles Gasparino will soon pull a play out of Charles Hoskinson's playbook, claim his XRP critics are brutalizing him, and that there is no grand conspiracy. But even if that's the case, why refuse to even report on these details? If they're normal, why ignore them? John Deaton down here coming to Charles Gasparino's rescue and defending him a little bit. Everyone has the right to their opinion, clearly. A source close to the SEC, or maybe somebody at the SEC, told Charlie why they brought the case. He reports it. My job and other people's job is to challenge the sources and the message, not the messenger. And I mean, as I was saying yesterday, it is a journalist's job to basically state the facts and really not take a side on the matter. Now, we've kind of been used to Charles Gasparino maybe taking the XRP community side a little more over the last year or so. However, if there is new information that does come out, it should always be questioned. And I mean, at the end of the day, the verdict is going to be the verdict. And the Ethereum story, well, hopefully that does also see its day in court. And the Ethereum Foundation guys over there, they are all held accountable. But as for Charles Gasparino and, this little spat here on Twitter, I mean, I don't really want to spend too much more time on this. I've already feel like I've spent way too much time. I dedicated a video to it yesterday, which I will link up here in the top right-hand corner. European Blockchain Convention, though, guys, they're honored to have Ripple as their golden sponsor for this year. So that's coming up February 15th to 17th, 2023 in Barcelona. Founded in 2012, Ripple's global payments network includes over 300 customers across 40-plus countries in 6 different continents. So the European Blockchain Convention is this year sponsored by Ripple. Gonna keep moving because there is more Ripple partner news, guys. This company is a Ripple-backed company through their Spring initiative. This is the NEAR protocol. Back in 2019, Ripple did invest in the NEAR protocol. So here's just some information about that, which I will link in the description of the video. But this one here brought to us by XRP Crypto Wolf. So the NEAR protocol has maintained a bullish start to 2023 after maintaining 18.95% growth in the past week, and we're only 1 week into 2023. At a price of $1.58, the coin is up by 7.38% in the past 24 hours, pushing it up in rank as one of the top digital currencies with a market leap in growth today. While NEAR protocol has limited influence with its mere 0.16% market cap dominance, its role in the broader infrastructure evolution of Web3 is becoming known. So I think the more important thing here, rather than just focusing on the price, is that the ecosystem, guys, is growing for the Near protocol, which is a Ripple-backed project. Just a few stats on that, seeing it's currently trusted by more than 22 million users, carrying out more than 400,000 transactions per day. As a tradable token, accessibility to Near is enhanced as it is traded on many exchanges, giving the token a very good spread per its holding wallet addresses. So another project here, Near, proof of stake public blockchain, again, created or rather developed by the Spring Initiative, one of Ripple's development funds. And again, I will link this in the description if you want to hear more about that. More Ripple partner news. This has to do with Axis Bank, brought to us by Mike Manfield here on Twitter. Well, Axis Bank is now teaming up with Open to launch digital-only current accounts for businesses. Axis Bank, India's third largest private sector bank, has partnered with the world's fastest growing digital banking enterprise, Open, to provide a fully native digital currency account journey for its customers, including small and medium-sized enterprises, freelancers, homepreneurs, which is, I guess, a new term that has come out of the pandemic, influencers, and more. So this is interesting. This partnership offers the largest business community access to Axis Bank's holistic banking experience, coupled with Open's end-to-end financial automation tools for business management, including payments, accounting, payroll, compliance, expense management, and several other services. This is Axis Bank's first ever partnership with a fintech player to launch a fully digital current account. The product is live on Open's website, so you guys can check that out. If you are, in fact, a homepreneur, and maybe if you do business in India, I suppose, this digital current account product will help customers save a significant amount of time and effort, as the authentication process will be completely digital using PAN and Aadhaar, followed by a video KYC. The comfort of the contactless account opening process that takes away the hassle of paperwork with zero document upload feature makes this current account product significantly different from others in the market. It's sounding like a lot of these businesses, a lot of these banks are going, all in one to kind of encompass the largest, cross segment of the market that they can. And with the blockchain technology, DLT, a lot of these processes can be streamlined a lot easier. For example, they talk about payroll and, with the blockchain, Brad Garlinghouse has even said it, the XRP ledger, you can essentially pay somebody, boom, instantaneously as soon as they clock out. So, you do an 8-hour shift and, you clock out of your shift. The blockchain processes your wage for the day, and it can be in your account within seconds, technically. Not entirely sure if this is what these, that's the possibility, that's the potential there. Not sure if that's not sure if we're there yet, but the potential is there. And I think, a lot of these companies are seeing this opportunity and really kind of jumping on it. So interesting. A lot more people are working at home as well. Larger businesses are going to be now operating out of home business settings. So an interesting update here from Axis Bank. Also wanted to touch on what I was talking about yesterday with the Bitmart relist, okay? XRP now being relisted, guys, on the Bitmart exchange. Talked about that a little bit yesterday, and get this, guys, $600,000 was traded in the first few hours of the relist. So clearly, this has been a very popular option for maybe new or returning XRP traders. So just a few hours after its noted relisting on cryptocurrency exchange Bitmart, XRP has seen more than $600,000 in trading volume on that particular exchange. The tumultuous road for the token saw it delisted from the platform in 2021, obviously due to the SEC lawsuit, but they did finally decide to relist it. The Bitmart development occurred today following a plethora of excitement news from users. Moreover, the relisting follows a lot of social media calls for the cryptocurrency to return to all platforms. So the rally call is in, guys. The XRP community continuing to push for other cryptocurrency exchanges that are licensed to operate in the United States to start relisting XRP once again. Hopefully we get more of those on-ramps. This Bitmart example, this might actually spur on other cryptocurrency exchanges to do the same, right? Nobody ever wants to be the first, but as soon as companies start seeing their peers make the leap of faith, I think it gives, even just psychologically, it gives a lot more reassurance that it is, the right decision to make. So we are seeing a strong reception to the relisting. Bitmart, the first $600,000 in trading volume since its relist. And this was only in the first few hours, guys. So are we going to start to see more exchanges list XRP? 600,000? I mean, that's a start. And who knows if it'll get the fire under the asses of some of these CEOs of other cryptocurrency exchanges that delisted in haste. And I'm going to keep an eye on this market bottom. I mean, if we hold, As per BitBoy Crypto, this could mean the bottom is indeed in. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.